Good morning students. In the previous sessions we solved some problems related to exercise 7. That means total in exercise 7 there are 5 solutions out of 5. Yesterday we solved 2 solutions in previous sessions. Now I am going to explain remaining solutions in the exercise 7. So let's see how to. In exercise 7 the third question is the temperature at 12 noon was 10 degrees Celsius above zero if it decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour until midnight. At what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below zero, and what would be the temperature at midnight? That is the third question. See, what is the given data from the question? Look here. The temperature at 12 noon. At 12 noon, what will be the temperature? 10 degrees Celsius above zero. So 10 degrees Celsius above zero means it is a positive integer or negative integer? Above zero. So it is a positive integer. So what will be the temperature at 12 noon? 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. 10 degrees Celsius plus 10 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature decreases at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour. So this temperature is gone decreasing for every hour. It is gone decreasing 2 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature at 12 noon? 10 degrees Celsius. Per every hour, how much temperature it is decreases? 2 degrees Celsius. This question also is solved in exercise 4. This such type of question. Now, so this is a given data. What is the information they given? The temperature at 12 noon is 10 degrees Celsius, and per every hour the temperature is reducing how many degrees Celsius? 2 degrees Celsius. Now what we have to find? At what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below zero? Below zero means positive or negative? Negative. Below zero is negative. At what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below? So we have to find at what time the temperature will be reduced, means up to 8 degrees Celsius below. Now next, what would be the temperature at midnight? That means at 12 o'clock midnight, what is the temperature will be noted. That we have to find. Now let's see. The temperature at 12 noon is 10 degrees Celsius, right? Now we have to find after 12, after 1 hour, what will be the time? 1 p.m. Yes, the temperature at 1 p.m. equal to, so it is gone reducing 2 degrees Celsius. At 12 o'clock, what is the temperature? 10. So how many degrees Celsius we have to reduce? 2 degrees we have to reduce. 10 minus 2 is nothing but 8 degrees Celsius. Now next, the temperature at 2 p.m. 1 p.m. 8 degrees Celsius. At 2 p.m. what is the temperature? 8 degrees at 1 p.m. No? So from this 8 we have to remove 2 degrees. 8 minus 2, 6 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 3 p.m. How much now? 6 degrees minus 2 degrees Celsius. 6 minus 2, 4 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 4 p.m. equal to 4 minus 2. Nothing but 4 minus 2 is nothing but 2 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 5 p.m. How much? 2 degrees Celsius minus 2 degrees Celsius. 2 minus 2, 0 degrees Celsius. Now next, the temperature at 6 p.m. is nothing but 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 how much? Minus 2 degrees Celsius. Because greater number value at minus, so minus 2 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 7 p.m. is nothing but minus 2 degrees Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius. Both are having minus means what we have to do? We have to add 2 plus 2, 4. But we have to keep the negative sign. Minus 4 degrees Celsius. The temperature at 8 p.m. equal to minus 4 degrees Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius. Both are in negative sign, so we have to add 4 plus 2 is nothing but 6 degrees Celsius. So here we have to keep minus 6 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 9 p.m. is nothing but minus 6 degrees, minus 2 degrees is nothing but minus 8 degrees Celsius. Next, the temperature at 10 p.m. is nothing but minus 8 degrees Celsius, minus 2 degrees Celsius. 8 plus 2, 10 degrees minus 10, because both are So at what time, at what would be the temperature? 12 midnight. At 12 midnight, the temperature is minus 14 degrees Celsius. At 12 midnight, the temperature is minus 14 degrees Celsius. I think so you understand. They was given at 12 and 10 degrees Celsius. Per every hour 2 degrees Celsius it is go on reducing. So from that 12 noon after 1 p.m. No? So from 1 p.m. onwards we have to calculate 10 minus 2 8. With this 8 we have to subtract again 2 6. Next hour 6 minus 2 4. Next hour 4 minus 2 2. So on we have to do. So from that we got that at 9 p.m. the temperature is minus 8 degrees Celsius. At 12 midnight the temperature is minus 14 degrees Celsius. Are you able to understand? So let's go to the fourth question now. This is the fourth question. Now, I was reading the fourth questions once you go through. In a class test, 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer. So, marks awarded for every correct answer equal to 3. Marks awarded for every correct answer equal to 3. Marks obtained for every incorrect answer. If they write correct answer, they will award 3 marks. If they wrote wrong answer, they are going to reduce how many marks? 2 marks. If they are not attempting any question, there is no marks. They are not going to add the marks or they are not going to subtract the marks. Now, what is the first situation that was given? See here. In this question, there are total 2 situations. So, I am explaining one because already we saw this type of problems in previous sessions. So, I am explaining one of the situations. So, second one you have to solve it. So, let's solve the first situation. What is the first situation? Radhika scored 20 marks. So here there was given total marks scored by Radhika. Total marks scored by Radhika. How many marks scored by Radhika? Total 20 marks. 20 marks scored by Radhika. If she has got 12 correct answer, how many questions she wrote correct? Number of questions attempt correctly by Radhika equal to 12 questions. 12 questions she wrote correct, but she got only 20 marks. Now, what we have to find? How many questions she had attempt incorrectly? That is the first situation. So, how many marks they are giving for one correct answer? 3 marks. How many marks they are reducing for one incorrect answer? Minus 2 marks. Now, in the first situation they given, one of the girl Radhika got 20 marks, though she attempted 12 correct answers. Means how many she wrote wrong, that we have to find. So, number of questions attempted correctly equal to 12. How many marks we will get for correct answers? Let's see now. Marks scored for correct answers. Marks scored for correct answers equal to, how many questions she wrote correct? 12. Yes, 12 into, for each question how many marks will give? 3 marks. 12 is 36 marks. Actually for correct answers she should get 36 marks, but her score is 20 only. Means how many marks the mark reduced? 16 marks. See how many marks was reduced? 36 minus total score, if you subtract you will get 16 marks was reduced. Why the 16 marks was reduced? Because she wrote incorrect answers. Isn't it? From the correct answers, which marks will reduce? The questions which they wrote incorrect answers, that the marks will be reduced. So how many marks reduced? 16 marks. For each question, how many marks are reducing? Minus 2 marks. So what we have to do? These 16 marks should divide by with 2. Okay. 2 ones are 2 8s are. So how many questions she wrote wrong? 8. Therefore 8 questions. Therefore Radhika attends 8 questions incorrectly. Okay. Therefore Radhika attends. Therefore, Radhika attempts 8 questions incorrectly. Are you able to understand? So, total marks scored by Radhika equal to 20, number of questions equal to 12. Since she wrote correct 12 answers, she should get 36 marks. But she got 20, means how many marks reduced? So, we have to subtract 36 minus 20, 16. These 16 marks reduced because she wrote incorrect answers. How many incorrect answers means for one question 2 marks, right? So 16 divided by 2, 2 ones are 2 exams. So 8 questions she attempted incorrectly. That's why her score is only 20 marks. So in the next situation, Mohini scores minus 5 marks in the test. See, I was doing the question, you have to note down and you have to solve it. Mohini scores minus 5 marks in the test. Total score of Mohini is minus 5 marks. Though she has got 7 correct answers. Same. In the place of 20 minus 5. In the place of 12 there was given 7. What you have to find? Same. How many questions attempted by incorrect answer? Same process, but here the total score they given minus 5. Here the total number of questions correctly they given as 7. Okay, so you have to solve how many questions was attempted incorrectly. I hope that you will solve the solution with by using same method. Now next, last question in this chapter and in this exercise. So let's see. Fifth question. See, an elevator descends into a mine shaft at the rate of 6 meters per minute. Given that an elevator descends into a mine shaft meters per minute. So, what we have to find? If the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long it will take to reach? To find if the descent starts from 10 meters above the ground level, how long it will take? Will it take to reach minus 350 meters? So here it That's why that also should travel. So minus 350 meters, minus 10 meters is nothing but minus 360 meters. Since both are at negative sense, we have to add 360 meters. So time, how long will it take to reach? Time taken by an elevator to reach 360 meters. Okay, per 1 minute it was taking 6, it was traveling 6 minutes, 6 meters. Yes, per 1 minute how much distance it was covering? 6 meter distance it was covering. Per 360 to travel 360 meters, how much time it will take? 360 by 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 are 36, 6 zeros are 0. 60 minutes is nothing but 60 minutes is nothing but 1 hour. Are you able to understand? I'll explain once again. Go through here. An elevator descends into mine shaft 6 meters per minute. Per 1 minute it will cover 6 meter distance. Okay. So how much it will travel if the descent starts from 10 meters above? If it starts from 10 meters above, and how much distance it should cover? 350 meters. These 350 meters, since the elevator starts 10 meters above, that also should cover now. So we are adding this both. Total 350 plus 10 is nothing but 360 meters. To cover this 360 meters, how much time it was taking? Per 1 minute 6 meters. Per 360 minutes, what we have to do? Division. 6 ones are 6, 6 are 36, 6 zeros 0. 60 minutes. 60 minutes is nothing but 1 hour time it will take to reach 360 meters. Are you able to understand? Now, so this is the final concept of the integers in this grade 7. So in grade 7, just to go through once review. In grade 7 integers, what we discussed up to now, we discussed about what is meant by integers. What is meant by integers? Integers is nothing but all the positive numbers, all the negative numbers, including 0 is called as integer. 0 is neither positive number nor negative number. Integers is denoted with capital I or capital Z. Are you able to understand? And when we are comparing the integers, when we compare two positive integers, the numerical value which is greater is the greatest integer, which is smaller is the smallest integer. But when we are comparing one positive and one negative integer, always a positive integer is greater. When we are comparing one positive with 0 integer, always positive is greater. When we are comparing 0 with negative integer, 0 is greater. When we are comparing two negative integers, this point is very important. When we are comparing two negative integers, the numerical value which is small is the greatest integer. The numerical value which is small is the greatest integers. And next we discussed about the addition of integers, subtractions of integers, multiplications of integers, division of integers. Addition and subtraction of integers, I think so you remember the format. Yes, when both are like symbols, please remember this point. Both are positive, both are like symbol, positive and minus 1 plus negative, 1 plus 1 minus negative. So by using these operations, we have to solve additions and subtractions and multiplications and divisions. Multiplications means we have to do product for all the numerical values. Then after, by using this symbol, we have to perform the operations for the symbols also. Okay, and later we discussed about the properties. Closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property, and some multiplication by 1. One is called multiplicative identity, multiplication by 0, division property, division by 0, division by 1, and finally we completed with our real life example. Okay, so next session I am going to start a new topic, fractions and decimals. So thank you.